My name is Sam. Welcome into BookSmart. We got Thursday night football tonight between the Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Bills got to make a statement, man. They got to show that they can still compete in this AFC, and that's what we're going to get into right now. So let's get into this. We got an SGP with this. We got Gabe Davis with 40-plus receiving yards, and on top of that, I'm throwing the Bills on the alt spread at 2.5. This gets up to plus 112 on DraftKings Sportsbook. Gabe Davis, he's the clear number 2 wide receiver behind Stephon Diggs. I think the Bills are going to throw it a lot in this game because the Buccaneers, it's hard to run on this Tampa Bay front defensive lineman. I think it's going to be tough to run for James Cook, so I think it's going to be a lot of Stephon Diggs. It's going to be a lot of Kincaid. It's going to be a lot of Gabe Davis in this game. The Buccaneers, they allow the 6th most yards per game through the air. They're giving up 246.7 yards per game. And honestly, I'm going to add on top of that, not on that many attempts as well. So Gabe Davis might be able to hit this on 2 or 3 plays, 2 or 3 catches, go over this 40-yard mark, maybe even 1 catch, honestly. So it's going to be hard to run on them. Bills are going to want to make a statement. After losing to New England, bro, you lose to New England, dog. Like, y'all got to come through. You got to get this win. This is a deep AFC, and they need to show. Everyone's been freaking out about Buffalo. So I think they need to come out. They need to get this thing done. This needs to be an easy win. This needs to be a get in, get out type of game, especially even with the alt spread at 2.5. That doesn't even matter about Baker Mayfield. That's not even, if Baker Mayfield's in or out, the spread's not really, like, this doesn't really matter depending on what Baker's status is. I like this either way. So give me Gabe Davis, 40-plus receiving yards, and the Bills on the alt spread at 2.5. We get that to plus juice at plus 112 on DraftKings. Let's move on now to the NHL, and I'm going to go with Cam Atkinson over 2.5 shots on goal. This is at negative 115 on BetMGM. Cam Atkinson, he has been heavily involved to start the season for the Philadelphia Flyers. He's been the guy. He has been the guy. He has hit this in 4 of the first 6 games for Philadelphia, and he's facing up against the Minnesota Wild tonight, who give up the 5th highest shots against through 65 on 5 at 34.2 shots per game. That's just 5 on 5 as well. And also what I like on top of this is that the Wild most likely, I mean, this might be a close game, but the Wild might be out to a decent lead in this, which means that the defensemen are going to have to play up for the Philadelphia Flyers, which means potentially more offense. They're going to have to take more risks offensively to get shots on goal. Maybe not. Maybe it is a close game. Even if it is a close game, I still think Cam Atkinson is going to cross over this 2.5. I don't know why the line is this low for a guy that's hit it in 4 of 6 games, and he's facing a team that does not know how to stop the puck from getting on net. So give me Cam Atkinson over 2.5 shots on goal at negative 115 on BetMGM. And our last pick, we're going to the NBA. Let's head to Milwaukee, and we are going to take Tobias Harris over 14.5 points. This is at negative 120 on PointsBet. Someone's got to pick up the slack with James Harden being out, acting like a little baby back. Always having a problem with his teams, just acting like a little baby that he is. A baby with a beard is what I like to call him. But someone's going to have to pick up the slack. And when James Harden did miss about a month last year, November to December, Tobias Harris averaged 18.7 points per game in that time span that James Harden was out. So I think it's going to be the same thing. They're going to have to find offense somewhere. Of course, you're going to get it from Embiid, but you got to get it from another source as well. And I think Tobias Harris is going to be that source. He's just going to have to be that guy. And I think the Sixers are going to be playing catch up in this game, which means they're going to be trying to get quick buckets. And I think Tobias Harris in transition with Tyrese Maxey, I think we're going to see a decent amount of that, just because Milwaukee, the spread's at 6.5 for the Bucks. So I think that the Sixers are going to have to, at a certain point, they're going to be down like 12 or 13 in this game, and they're going to have to try to get quick buckets. And Tobias Harris is going to get some nice quick quick baskets, and I think he's going to cross over this 14.5. I'm not going to say with general ease. This might be close. You might be getting this later in the game, but I think he gets about 16 points in this matchup. That's kind of what I have him estimated at. I know you got to pay a little bit of juice for it, but I think it's worth it just because of the absence of James Harden in this matchup. So give me Tobias Harris over 14.5 points at -120 on PointsBet. Those have been my picks for this October. What's today? The 26th, October 26th. Thank y'all for watching. This has been BookSmart, and I'll talk to you guys later.